Hey everyone, it's the 4-Gun Guy. And you know, I got some really good comments and feedback on the one video I did about shooting a stage. And a couple of guys at some matches even told me, they said, thanks for doing that and can you do some more of them? So I came up to the range today to zero a scope that I put on my center fire, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do another one or two of those videos. And I want to do a stage today that was at our last match that was pretty tricky and can be pretty tricky if you don't know how to shoot it and use the right equipment. So if you're ready to go, let's get started. Okay, well, as I said at the last match, this was a stage we shot. It was at a single target, 506 yards away. And this is called the swinging window. And it's called the swinging window because of this, right? So here are the rules. You cannot wedge anything in between here to stop the window from swinging. You can, you know, brace it with, say, a knee, or if you had another bag or something like that. And then what we had to do is pick 5 windows, 2 shots each. So you have to decide, do you want to go high? Do you want to go, you know, here, 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 here? And you can't do 2 shots off of these. These are all, this is considered one window. So there are a lot of considerations here. And what I want to do is I'm going to hook up the trigger cam, and we're going to see the way that some people shoot this the first time they see it. And we'll see how that works out. And then we'll look at a buddy of mine, Ben Alicia, a very good shooter here in PRS in this region, and we'll see how Ben shot it during that match and how I copied Ben because he went before me, and how I was thinking of shooting it. So we'll just talk about all the options there. All right, well, the way I shot this the very first time I saw it was not a good way. So let's look at this. And I'm going to turn trigger cam on, and what first time shooters of this thing will do is just grab a bag, and they've never shot off this before, so they don't understand how unstable it is. And yeah, let's see how that works. So I'm going to hit record here. Okay, recording. And so, you know, the buzzer will go off and they'll come right here, for example, drop the bag. Now let's let this calm down, and they'll get behind their gun and they're like this, and now they're down on it, and I am trying to be stable. Do you see this trigger cam? Look at this thing. I'm trying to be as stable as I can be. I'm not even putting hardly pressure on it, and I'm just going to dry fire here, but you can see you're going to be kind of guessing when to pull the trigger here. Right? So that's how that works out. And it doesn't work out well. And every time you move, like watch, every time I move, I'm going to move, come over here. Even if I do what I've told you to do before, find something vertical and stabilize yourself, this might work a little better, but you can see it's still unstable. So now you could, I guess, do something like this, but now look what I'm doing. Now I'm kind of still all over the place. That's a little better, but still not stable. So let's look at the way Ben shot it and I shot it, and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm going to go through it first, no trigger cam, and then we'll go through with this trigger. I'm just going to talk to you about what the setup is. There's things to consider here. What I didn't tell you on that last one was I was shooting from up here. When you get down here, look at what you're like, okay, am I doing this with just the bag, right? So Ben's thought was, and I love it, was think about the both heights, right? For the low height, you want to get real stable yourself, and have something you can stable the back of that rifle on while resting the front of the rifle on the prop. For that, what you're doing is you're just doing this bag here riding on the rail, right? And then you're going to come down. There it is. And now I don't care about this just yet, right? Because really what I'm doing here is I'm just coming down. Now I'm in the prone position and I'm on the target right now. And I'm telling you what, that's stable. That's really stable. Now we have to come up out of this position. I don't need the bag anymore. That's where the tripod comes in, right? We're going to run the tripod. Now it depends on your match. Some matches you have to deploy this on the clock, but if you don't have to, that's great. I'm on the target right here, on the target, and you'll see this in the trigger cam video. So this is what he thought of, loved it. What I was going to do, I think a tripod and the front bag. I wasn't going to use this bag, but then again, if you come down here low, you could still do this, right? I could still do this. It's just that now I'm down here and I'm on the target right here. I'm fine, right? But I really like the idea of this big bag. If you don't have one, then stick with the tripod and the front bag. So let's run this. Let's run this and see what happens. So the goal here is that I'm going to drop this, start on the left side, go all the low shots, and then I'll use the tripod at the end. So let's say we do gun. I drop that. I'm coming over here. I'm going to drop this bag. I'm going to put my rifle down. Coming down into almost prone here. Whoops, almost prone. I'm on target. Let's see. Impact. Impact. And I'm coming here, right here. Look, I'm screwing up a little bit. That's okay. Come down. Now I could come all the way prone, or I could come just like this. This is fine. You notice how much more stable this is than before, right? So I'm still on the bottom, And here, I'm on the target, I'm looking at the target. There we are. Then I'm coming up. So I come up, throw that over there, bring it over the tripod. I'm on the target, I can hear it hitting on the target. There we go. I think I cleaned that. I don't know. But yeah, so that's it. You can see how much more stable I was with this setup. Had I tried to shoot this with just the bag and this thing wobbling all over the place, yeah, it wouldn't have ended up well. And so here's the other piece of advice. When you're in a match, if it's your first match, second, whatever, I've been shooting these things for 3 years. I still see the really good shooters doing simple, right things, right? And that's what I saw Ben doing. And I thought, you know what, that makes sense. Now again, Ben was more in the prone position on this bag, whereas I kind of knelt over it or knelt behind it. But either way, I want you to realize how stable this was throughout those 10 shots. And I don't know what the time was. I think I was in under the 2-minute time. I'm pretty sure I was. But watch people, learn from people. If you don't have this bag, trust me, I have this bag. Ben has a bag like this. 10 other people have bags like this. Just ask them if you can use them. I will let you use any piece of my equipment. The guys will tell you, sometimes this is our squad tripod because I've got this MPA tripod lock up here and people love it. I don't mind the squad using my tripod. I don't mind the squad using my front bag rider there or this bag. So don't feel bad if you don't have the equipment, and please don't think that just because you don't have it, you can't borrow it from someone. That's the biggest thing I want to tell you. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this one. This was fun to make. And when you get up on props like this, they can be really daunting. But the biggest thing is just try to find a way to stabilize your position. That's what all this is about, stabilizing that position. Well, thanks for watching this one, guys. I'm going to put another one out. There's another prop I can see right now that I'm going to go do a video on, and it's a bear. And I'll do one on that one. So thanks for watching. Look for all my other videos coming out. I've got a bunch coming. And until next time, shoot straight.